Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got the 2023 M340i xDrive in the very rare Melbourne Red or Melbourne Red. So this is a customer ordered M340i because essentially that's what they all are right now. It seems like this one is very hard to get our hands on, at least, for a store inventory car. I know other dealers have different kinds of luck, but we basically got a waiting list for this one that is currently longer than the waiting list for an M3. And we're getting a lot more M3 allocations, absurd as that sounds, than we are for the M340i. Let's go over this one in particular. So, since it is the M Performance model, you have the M Sport package by default. Shadowline package, so it's blacked out grille. Very large aero intake area here, with all in high gloss black. Revised headlights, which seem to be only on the X1 and the 3 Series, and I think the upcoming 4 Series LCI for model year 25 will have sort of the halo lights that look like the X5, X6. And this is done prior to PDI, or pre-delivery inspection, which means not all the systems are working. It's still got all the packaging or shipment protecting stuff on it, as well as up on shipping blocks for the suspension. So over on the side we have the standard 18-inch wheels, which again is another rare specification. For store inventory for the M340i, I would go with a 19-inch wheel, and you have several different choices in terms of designs, so the 791s, the 797s, as well as the 792s. So it's a bicolor wheel, and opted the red M Sport calipers as well, which matches with the Melbourne Red exterior. And taking the rest of Melbourne Red as we slowly walk around. Now this one was part of the stop sale for the left front strut tower. We'll take a peek underneath the hood later on to see if we can see anything. That's different. My guess is my untrained eye won't be able to see anything, but we'll at least take a look at it. So M340i xDrive badging in chrome. Then our very aggressive rear diffuser. And our tow hook covers are still missing. Well, not missing. They should be in the car, probably in the trunk. We'll get to that momentarily. And here's our Melbourne Red in direct sunlight. So very rare to get an M340i in Melbourne Red, because most customers don't spec it, at least for our store. And I think it's a shame, because this color looks really, really good on the 3. Now we do have it available on the 330i, 330e, as well as the 2 Series Coupe. But seeing it on the M340i looks really good. Let's take a look at the inside, go over pricing and options. Our M-style mirror caps, not fistable. All right, so opening up, we have the black Vernasca leather with the blue contrast that you can see here on the door panel. Then still have the plastic covering on the seat. Show you at least the bottom portion of it with that quilting, as well as the blue contrast stitching. So a pretty nice look against Melbourne Red. Of course, you can all go with cognac or even oyster Vernasca leather, which would be another good choice against Melbourne Red. All right, so on the inside, we've got our M Sport steering wheel. Now, curious, it doesn't have the tricolor stitching for the M stripes on the steering wheel, whereas all the other models do have it now. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking. So iDrive 8 premium package, which does include the heads-up display. Rest of our curved display, notice some things are still not working. It's not there yet in terms of delivery. So we got the aluminum rhombosil anthracite trim. So not much of a texture going on here as well. Got our drive selector, nub, no longer a gear selector. All right, let's go over the starting price of the M340i xDrive is $58,400. Melbourne Red Metallic adds another $650. The black Vernasca leather adds another $1,500. Driving Assistance Pro for another $1,700. Shellline package for another $850. Parking assistance package for another $700. Premium package for another $1350. Remote engine start for $300. Now, again, you can add that after you pick up your car if you did not spec it from the factory through the connected drive store. I think it's $350. Adaptive M suspension for $550. Now, there is some talk about the 24 being a part of the cooling high performance tire package. As of right now, it is part of that, but you can also do it as a standalone option. Sensatech dashboard for $350. And we got drive recorder for $100. Again, you can add drive recorder to your vehicle as long as you have the parking assistance package after delivery if you did not spec it from the factory. Wireless device charging for $200. Now that becomes standard for model year 24. $875, the Harman Kardon sound system. An all told MSRP of $68,520. Let me zoom in here for the dashboard. You see some contrast stitching here on the dashboard, the Sensatech dashboard. I mean, feel-wise, not quite hard plastic, but not soft either. All right, so moving to the back. Looks like someone put the little back there down. So let's get in. All right, so here's the view from the rear seat of the cockpit. We've got our moonroof shade open. Very nice cloud cover as well. So in the back, you got another climate zone, and knee room and legroom really, really good. And then headroom, no issue in the 3 Series sedan, as you would find in the 4 Series Grand Coupe. Let's take a look at the trunk, and then make our way to the hood. All right, so I already popped the trunk here. Now, the power tailgate does return for 2024 after maybe a 2-year absence. But there is no extra storage space underneath here. Now, you do get the spare tire as an option. That's going to reduce your trunk space as well. We've had that on the channel a couple times. And there's our tow covers inside there. So no kick to open. Excuse me. No kick to close. You have kick to open. All right, let's make our way to the front, and we will pop the bonnet, if you will. And take a look at what's under the hood, as well as the left front strut tower. So underneath the hood is the B58 inline-6 3-liter turbo engine, 382 horsepower, as well as 369 torques. So a very powerful engine. Now your strut tower is going to be under here. And it's really hard to see what, if anything's been done, because obviously I'm not a trained professional on this part here. But this is the left front strut tower. I imagine maybe it has to do with some fasteners, perhaps. Alright, we'll just drop the hood. So in the system, there's no indication that a stop sale was even on this car, but the repair was made. We have no idea what things were adjusted, but what did not affect all the cars built in Mexico, just some of the 3 Series and some of the 2 Series. But that's it for a tour around this lovely Melbourne Red M340i. We'll see you at the next video.